Andre Ward, SOG, abbreviations for Son of God. As you can see his record here to the right, 32 fights, 32 wins, 16 KOs, no losses. Some would think that that's a very, very luxurious career to have for a boxer, to be able to retire undefeated. But when you're a champion, it seems that all champions long and have a burning just to come back and do it one more time. Just sitting there watching other boxers box, knowing that you're still able to do it. I mean, if you can still do it, it's like, why not? So it's like if you're a basketball player and you see a pickup game, you want to jump in. And Ward's, he's been training, staying in pretty good shape. So I don't know if he was walking around at top condition, but you can see him in, when he's a commentator, he always looks in fight shape. And it's been reported that, he's been training. So I would think that a boxer would just train just to stay in shape. Because once you get in shape, it's kind of hard. When you're getting out of shape, it's a bad feeling. Your body is telling you, hey, we got to get back in shape. So some people just hang around the gym for years just to stay in shape, even after retirement. Andre Ward's last fight of activity, as you can see right here, was June 17th of 2017. So we are now almost in June of 2021. So you see his last fight was against Sergio Kovalev on the 17th of June, 2017 in Vegas by technical knockout, 8th round. So you see the inactivity of being out of the ring, 3 years, 11 months. It's almost 4 years. So to come back and talk about fighting Canelo. So my question is, Ward going to take a tune-up fight, or has he been sparring in the gym and he's in good enough shape that he thinks, boxer knows who he is. And Andre Ward, I would assume, is a very, very smart person. He has a very, very high boxing IQ, as well as Canelo. But these two guys' boxing IQ probably shouldn't even be in the same ring together. But for us to be able to witness this would be boxing history. And Ward was to come back and pull this off. I'm trying to think of boxers that have been inactive. I know Sugar Ray would come back periodically, like every 2 years, and he would be victorious. But it's very hard to come back and on that level. So it's only very few people in the world that's been able to pull that off. Like George Foreman is a prime example of that, of coming back, winning fights. So will Andre Ward come out of retirement to fight Canelo? Is he coming out to fight Canelo directly? Is this going to be the first fight? Or is he going to get back in the ring with a few people? Or is this really going to happen? Or, is this talk? So it seems like there's some talk in the air, there's some yearning about this fight being made. So I just hope as fight fans that if we do see it, that we can see it with both guys at their best at 100%. So will we ever see these two gallant warriors in the ring? This is a fight fan's dream. And almost like a fantasy fight that we will write down on the card of who we wish to see. But watching Floyd Mayweather, but Mayweather has kind of started doing this boxing, but he's still active. So he's doing this thing on kind of the entertainment side of boxing with the exhibitions. But I have to take my hat off to Floyd too. Like, you know, at his age, but Floyd is 44 years old, so just for him to be out there still moving around and staying in shape. So kudos to Floyd Mayweather. And Ward is, I think, 36 years old, and Canelo is 30, so it's a 6 years age difference right there. So I don't know, maybe Ward sits at Canelo fights and he sees something that he can exploit. So let me know what you think. Has Ward seen something that weakness in Canelo, something he can exploit in Canelo, or is it harder than we think from being in there with Canelo? There's a lot of people that can sit back at home and go, why that guy miss, when a guy swings. So it's a lot of things that can be said about what you envision on the outside looking in. But let me know your thoughts on this video about Andre Ward allegedly having come back, and is he going to come back to fight Canelo in the first fight, or will we see Andre Ward in a tune-up or two tune-ups leading up to Canelo Alvarez? Leave me your comments down below, and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. And I'll get back to you on your comments. All right.